Hi guys, I'm Marticore, and I mentioned at the end of the previous episode that I'll be playing two families 3 days each, and then again the two families 3 days each, I guess. Something like that. Because I will be merging families in this episode, kind of. So I said that I will be playing with Jan first, but it actually makes more sense to play with Andrea first. I love Randy's little face back there. If I call Andrea Amanda sometimes, sorry for that, her name is Andrea. I am aware of that, but the two names are pretty similar, to me at least, and she is named Amanda in the Polish version of the game. So I confuse that very much. When I look closely at Andrea, I adore that she has green eyes. I think amongst all the 30 townies, only 3 Sims have green eyes. Which seems kind of uneven, but when you think of a real percentage of green-eyed people, it's 2%. So it's actually kind of representative, like in a smaller group of people, that a minority has green eyes. And that also makes me think of so many other things, like a very close percentage to green eyes is, for example, intersex people. It's about 1.7 possibly. And some people tend to have certain opinions only based on how much of a minority a certain group of people is. And would they actually try to take away certain rights from people who have green eyes only because it's 2% of the population? Even though it's such a small number, everyone probably saw a person with green eyes at least once in their life or know someone who has green eyes. My boyfriend has green eyes. Just something to think about at the beginning of this episode. Okay, Randy made breakfast and ran to school. Just ate some of it. We can leave that for later. Andrea has very high expectations of her son. I think she wants him to be an overachiever. So she wants him to succeed in his career and also have good grades, which it might happen. He still has 6 days before he goes to college, so it's exactly how long we're supposed to play right now in this family. Andrea, are you going to work? Just pay the rent, dude. Just pay it. Can you afford rent? Oh, you can't. Okay, you need to go to work first. There's this weird thing with Randy. I'm not sure if it happens in the original download of Townieville, but if you see Randy getting memories about Chandler and Orlando Cox from the previous episode, like about their grades or birthday, I removed those memories already, but he had them. Yeah, this is Orlando. He doesn't have a family tie with Orlando or Chandler specifically, but for some reason, he treated Benjamin as a family. Benjamin Cox. And Benjamin is Chandler and Orlando's uncle, so for that reason he treated them as cousins, kind of. So this is just a glitch. Don't worry about it too much. You can remove the memories with the memory manipulator mod or in SimPE or whatever. Or just, ignore it. I fixed the family tie in SimPE so it shouldn't repeat, but I didn't do that in the original download because it's such a small thing that I don't really feel like fixing it, and I don't even know at this point if this actually happens, Maybe I accidentally clicked on treat as family from the found family mod. Might have happened. Or it just randomly happens sometimes that Sims get weird ties to other Sims. One-sided engagement and they become jealous all of a sudden when your Sim doesn't even know them, this stuff happens. Marsha wants to bring Brittany Tellerman home from school, but Marsha is not my active Sim right now. This mod includes neighbors. Okay, pay the bills. They're actually not really that small for an apartment building. And you still can't afford rent. Yikes. Yeah, rent is crazy expensive. I am thinking of getting... Oh, hi, Ivy. Hey, Brittany. You were supposed to go to Marsha's. I am thinking of getting a mod that makes the rent half of what it originally is, but I don't know, it is annoying that it's so expensive. It's kind of like Sims live in apartments and they can't ever collect enough money to actually buy a decent house because the rent is just freaking crazy. Let's call Jan. Maybe even invite her. Hey, we're having a party anyway, apparently. Be charmed. Gladly. Hell yeah. Hug romantic. Oh, I changed Randy's lifetime want. He wants to become a celebrity chef. Technically, that doesn't appear for Fortune Sims, right? But it does make sense. You want to be a famous and rich chef, right? Anything that has to do with the top of the career could easily be for a Fortune Sim. Unless it's like Slacker or something. Maybe not. Maybe not in this particular case. But he doesn't really show that much interest in food. The culinary career doesn't appear for him very high in my calculator. It's more like a business career. But he definitely has a passion for cuisine. He wants to cook. He works in culinary right now. So I think he is really showing that this is his career path. Randy, could you go to your room, please? We're having a moment. The phone is ringing, but no one hears it. They barely touched lips, but that's okay. Oh, you want to watch a movie? Let's watch a movie together. That's so nice. Why did they move so much on the couch? Hey, how about we move in together? That's a little fast, but sure. In like 2 days. Okay, they touched lips this time. That's good. Admire her. Hold hands. Kiss some more. And goodbye. We'll pay the rent today. I'm in Sims. Oh yeah, because that's his new job. Oh, she is actually super best friends with Amin. Brittany again, sure. Which is good. Maybe she actually kinda got him the job just to support her friend. Because she was definitely friends with him before, at least had some kind of a better relationship. She is actually friends with both of the brothers and they barely have a relationship with one another. A reminder, Amin Sims and Joe Sims are brothers. I think Joe is the older one. Aw, inviting him to dinner. She really supports his decision and really wants him to have the best start at this job. Okay, thought process incoming. My original idea was to move Andrea into Jan's house so they can just live there together. And leaving Randy here in this apartment because he will be old enough to be here alone. I would do that with a mod, but still. Then he would go to college. Maybe he would come back to this apartment after. I would, handle his finances the proper way. But it kind of feels like I could move in Randy to Jan's house as well. And maybe try to expand the house a tiny bit so that it fits an entire family once Randy gets married. I think Andrea and Jan might not have another child together. I don't know that yet, but I'm thinking maybe not. So maybe Jan would just be a stepmother to Randy and they could all live together. There is technically space for Randy in that house if I change one room into a bedroom. And also maybe if they merge the finances, they can afford something bigger. I think Jan's house might be kind of like a legacy house, like her parents' house. So it's kind of sad to sell it and get a new one, but it is what it is, It would be so convenient to not pay the rent and just move out. Just move out this entire family without paying. Maybe I will merge the families after 2 days. And then we'll see how much money they have. And maybe we can get them a bigger house. Or expand the house that they live in. I don't really do that very often. But I guess that's an option too. I don't like to change the structures of the houses that much. Unless someone works in architecture and it kind of makes sense that they know what they're doing. Maybe sometimes I'll build a wing next to it, an extra wing. Sometimes I'll build an upstairs because people sometimes do that. But if someone needs a bigger house, they just get a bigger house, usually, right? Okay, let's go to Jan's. It's been 2 days. So now I have to play 2 days with Jan and I'll just move them in. We'll see what we can work with. This seems really lesbian coded. Andrea is technically bi, but there is this stereotype about woman-woman relationships that is not really a hurtful stereotype, I don't think. Even lesbians laugh about it, that things tend to move a little faster than in other relationships. They've known each other for 6 weeks and they're already moving in together, you know what I mean? I've heard there is a faster pace of those relationships in particular. So this is kind of what is happening here. The fewer families, the better. So here's a bedroom, a very decent one. Jan is actually quite okay when it comes to money and like furniture and everything. She has a decent house. But I will have to change this living room into a bedroom. I will have to change the door and give Randy a room here. Yeah, it's really nice that she lives right next door to her brother and they have almost identical houses. And I assume that this is the house that they grew up in. Or maybe it was a completely different house and they just like split the money that they inherited from their parents or something and just bought two very similar houses next to one another. That kind of makes sense. She barely even has a relationship with her brother. She was supposed to call him. I remember that. So maybe they just drifted away right now, but they used to be close. We don't know that. Anyway, for now, oh, she has 2 days off. That kind of sucks because she won't make any money. She wants to woohoo though. We can make that happen. Andrea works until 4 p.m. I think, so you will just have to wait. You don't need anything for your job, but you want to gain a skill point. It can always be charisma. Wait, practice romance. Obviously. Oh, bills, right. Can we... can we not pay them for a minute? I mean, up until Thursday, sure. We can hesitate for 2 days, it's fine. Just up until I know if I'm moving them out to a different house. Oh, do you have a secondary aspiration? Because you... Oh, yeah, that. You kinda show knowledge in your wants, but you don't have anything. Actually, I wouldn't give her knowledge. She really looks like a secondary pleasure sim. I don't like that. Maybe I will think about that when Andrea is here, because Andrea doesn't have a secondary aspiration either. So maybe I'll just try to match the aspirations for them to maintain chemistry. Okay, you'll make dinner for Andrea, so let's not eat yet. Let's clean up a little, have some fun. Yeah, let's freshen up and call her. Jan, you were supposed to have a clean house when she comes. Hi. Oh, wait. Let's cook together. Spaghetti. Just make yourself comfortable. Yeah, watch a movie and I'll make some pasta. Aw. This is so nice. This is such a classic date. Classic home date. Andrea? Oh, I thought she was leaving. No, she's just talking to Sandy because they're best friends. Okay. Oh, hey, Chandler. What are we doing exactly? Say goodbye. What? It's only 7 p.m., Andrea. I guess she prefers to spend time with her friend Sandy right now. I don't know what's going on. Well, I guess that happens. You have the day off tomorrow too. You can do the same thing. She didn't appreciate the spaghetti. Let's learn more charisma then, I guess. Or answer the phone or call your brother. Chloe called you. Okay. Teenagers just call random people. It's kind of like crank calls or something. I don't know. Hey, is your refrigerator running? Komei, where is he? There he is. Just talk. Just try to reconnect with your brother a little bit. Oh, actually today is the day when we can move in Andrea in the evening. So they'll woohoo and just immediately start to live together. What is your relationship with Randy? You know Randy, right? You ate together. It's 0. We'll work on it. It's fine. Learn lifelong happiness or physiology. Do you need body for your work? I don't think you ever will. As an entertainer, will she? I can't remember. Maybe? But I think lifelong happiness actually makes sense. I don't know how much she will learn it before she can invite Andrea. Someone is calling anyway. Probably a random teenager. Yeah, it's Chloe again. Okay. She is not in love with you yet, but you can easily just go woohoo right now. I don't think she will need that lifelong happiness anymore after she does this. Will this be her first woohoo or does she have... oh, she doesn't Okay, she does have the very first kiss with a Mystery Sim, but she doesn't have woohoo with Mystery Sim. They only get woohoo with Mystery Sim memory. Hey! Hopeless romantic! Hello? Yeah, they only get the memory about Mystery Sim woohoo if they have a kid and the other parent is not in the family tree. So I think Andrea should have a memory like that. Yeah, she does. I gave it to her. For Jan, that was her first time, and Andrea is already gone. I think the hopeless romantic trait might only block the want to do stuff with multiple Sims at once. But it doesn't stop the Sim from fearing getting engaged, so they still will have some commitment issues. At least that's how it looks in my game. And also, she still has this thing that she woohooed with someone, and she already wants to meet someone new. That's what romance Sims do as well. They just move on to another person. So, okay, she will not want to, like, cheat or anything, but she will be a little anxious about being in a relationship. Can we invite her tomorrow before she goes to work so I can finally move her in? Sometimes you just gotta force things. And now I'll save the game just in case. And propose move-in. Dance kiss first, sure. Let's bring in Randy. And she brought only the money that she had on hand. So I'm thinking I should maybe do this another way. Andrea is still here. Okay, let's move them out first. And now the family has 8,700. That's a lot different. Okay. Is this the house? Yeah, I think so. Okay. For some reason, if you move in a Sim that lives in an apartment building through the interaction, they don't sell the furniture or something. It's really weird. Okay, actually, Andrea looks like a secondary pleasure very much too. Maybe I will just give them secondary pleasure for the both of them. They will just want to have a fun life together. No more kids. Jan's brother has kids, so she can be like, I'm just gonna be childless. Embrace child-free. She technically has a stepson, but still. Okay, so what's the age difference between them? Only 3 years. Cool. Jan is younger. Andrea isn't in love yet, but we'll make it happen one day. Yeah, dance kiss again. I mean, technically they didn't because they didn't save the game. Randy is going to school. He doesn't have any former homework to do, so that's cool. Okay, so now our entire... Okay, this is not that much money. They only have like almost 26,000. That's not enough to buy a bigger house. I think we will just save this money for college. Andrea has a decent job and now she doesn't have to pay crazy rent. So maybe they'll save up something so that they can buy a bigger house later when Randy is starting a family. Also, Randy will start a family with Meadow. This is already decided. So maybe she will bring some money in the family too. She lives in a pretty big house, so she probably won't have that much. But it always counts. And she will definitely move out from that house. Yeah, I think this system makes more sense, and also it will be less gameplay for me as well, because now I will just finish with this family, just play 4 additional days, and we're done. And now it's 11 households. I love that. Yeah, let's pay the bills. That's a good idea. Okay, I moved some things around to give Randy his space. I only sold 1 of the armchairs, and other than that, everything fit. And Andrea is going to work. And finally in love. Gain a mechanical skill point. That's always useful. Chloe, stop calling. Oh, you guys don't have a computer. I think Randy could have one in his room. In the apartment, they had a tiny study where the computer was. I think I could get him like this. Oh, finally, cool. And his grades are good because there was no homework in the new house. Now you need a logic point. So even if Randy doesn't have any wants to improve at his work, I think he will just feel a little pressured by his mom. He seems like a stressed out teen with the job and with the expectations. Like, he doesn't really have that much time to just relax. He only gets fun to go and do homework, to have the strength to do that. I think because of Andrea, especially that Andrea is a single mom, I think this happens often, that when someone is raised by a single mother, some kind of perfectionism comes into the equation, because the mother just wants to do the best job, and then the kid also gets that from her, and also the expectations from the kid are high because the parent wants to feel good about themselves, like, it's a whole thing. And I think Andrea might have this thing. Especially that she's a fortune sim, so she's naturally ambitious. She has a decent job, so she just wants Randy to do well in life. Especially that he didn't have the easiest start, and neither did she, really, as a parent. So they are both they have the same personality. They are both very lazy, but they still push through because they just feel like they have to. So he will try to progress in his career, even though it's maybe not exactly what he actually wants to do, because otherwise his mother will be very unhappy with him, and that's the worst thing that can ever happen to him, because he should be grateful, right? This is a very common family dynamic, I think. It's not the best one, but it happens a lot. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, they both really have a decent job. Andrea is level 6, right? She's a horoscope writer, yeah. And Jan is level 5 now. I think they will buy a bigger house at some point. I actually kind of regret not matching Andrea with Jan from the very beginning, like making this a family and making them married, and Randy being Andrea's son and Jan's stepson. That would have been a really nice family, and also fewer families from the beginning. Like, they are meant for one another. Oh, a fundraiser at school, and we got 100. That will contribute. The only thing that Andrea never did was getting him into private school. And now there is no point anymore. And that would be an additional expense, because in my game, people pay for private school. Are you not going to work today? Oh, no, you're just starting a little later now. That's good. You can get the fun thanks to that. If he was in private school, he wouldn't have to do that, but whatever. Randy just made himself a hamburger. Just one serving, because he likes to cook. Okay, he actually wants that logic point, but you don't have any chess. This will be hard. I could get you chess, but I would have to put it outside. I guess we could have like a park situation here next to the trees. Also, the chess in parks, is that really a thing in the States, or is it inspired by Eastern European countries that used to be in the USSR? Because this is a thing, especially in like Russia, Poland. In Poland back in like 80s or 70s, that every park had to have at least one table that could also be used as a chessboard. This doesn't happen anymore. Like, if new parks are built or older reconstructed in some way, if a park still has these, this is an old park. So yeah, I just a thought. I'm just wondering, because I know that the grills in the parks are strictly an American thing, but the chess, I'm not so sure. He still has to do homework, and he's trying to get the logic point. He's all over the place. He has too much to do. He's sleepy, and it's midnight. He needs his beauty sleep. And he's also dating someone. He hasn't seen Meadow in days. Okay, it's Saturday. Go play chess, go have some fun. He's not very happy because he's playful. I mean, it's play chess, so... Okay, he got the point. I am so glad it's the weekend now. He has plenty of time to do his things. He was on the edge yesterday. Andrea doesn't work on weekends. Jan does. Randy does too. Jan is still afraid of getting engaged. She has this fear every single day. I can't do anything. They are 100 over 100 in love with triple chemistry, and I can't get them engaged because Jan will be unhappy. Oh, actually, Jan does need body for her work. Okay, Andrea is napping, but she knows. She's dreaming about it. She's dreaming about her son being an overachiever. He achieved it. And now he's gonna take a deserved shower. So it would be better for Randy to not go to college and just be in the culinary career, because he would get like level 4 at the beginning, right? Or it will be like the same if he went to college. So I'll think about it. Maybe he actually won't. Maybe he will just be an already experienced culinary worker and he will just be able to work his way up. They will have more money if he doesn't go to college. College is 5,000 simoleons in my game. Sometimes I subtract their scholarships and he will actually get really nice scholarships, like the Scholars Grant, the Entrepreneur. It's not a big one. It would be like, all of it would be like 2,250 or something, like both of the scholarships. So it's not like huge, but it's something. It would like pay for half of it, I guess, almost. If I subtracted it, which I sometimes do. But I don't know. I'm not sure if Randy is the one to go to college. He kind of already has an established career. And he will have to quit this career to go to college and then re-employ himself, right? Doesn't really make that much sense. Andrea, are you reading for him? He's like 21. That is so sweet. She is so proud of him. Okay, Jan doesn't have the fear to get engaged anymore, but she might have it again in the morning. I didn't see that. I mean, they don't have to be married, right? But I'm thinking of maybe making them go steady, so at least they are in a relationship. Jan will probably have a negative... Oh, yeah, okay, there it is again. Jan will probably have a negative memory of that, but that's fine. I can always fix it in SimPE. Yeah, let's just maybe do that for now, so that they're not just in love. Not everyone has to get married. I think when Andrea wants to get married and Jan doesn't have a fear of that, we will just do it. For now, Andrea has the get rejected fear, so at least there's that. Okay, Randy has some time now, so he can invite Meadow and just hang out for a bit, so that she knows that he didn't forget about her. Technically, they started dating at the end of this round, really, right? So it's not like he had a girlfriend this whole time. I guess maybe he just now started seeing her. And now actually he has some more time because he doesn't have to constantly progress and improve, right? He's settled for now. Hey, Benjamin. I know that your fiancé is not a criminal anymore, so he probably doesn't make that much money, but you're not poor. He is just sloppy. Hi there. And listen to joke. Yeah, he kinda likes Jan. She's okay, I guess. I guess, as always, I will just leave the decision if Randy goes to college to him. If he wants to tomorrow in the morning, he'll go. I'll just log in the wand and he'll go. If not, he won't. Let's cuddle behind the house. No one will see us. Let's kiss as well. Maybe make out even. Okay. Maybe ask her to be your girlfriend, even though you're nearly an adult. Let's have that memory. Yay! Aw, you guys are so cute. They're alone until 10. If you can make it until 10, you can woohoo on the couch. Yeah, they almost made it. He didn't see anything. He doesn't want to go to college. He wants to earn some money. Okay. And he had the wand when he went to bed. So this is it. Again, I'm finishing with Randy serving food because that's what he does. So I think in the next round he will just become an adult. I will also have to pay attention to Meadow in this topic then. I don't know if she's going to go to college. Andrea had so many expectations and he had so many things to do that he's just burned out at this point. He doesn't want to do anything more. He just wants to follow his passion, continue what he's already built, and just be a chef. So since next time I don't have to play with Randy alone in the apartment anymore, this situation is completely finished right now, I will just play with the other Tellermans. So Komei and his family. And as always, thank you very much for watching, subscribing, stuff like the video, and see you in the next one. Bye!